can I reduce time cost per meal? It was a question I had to ask myself about 3 years ago. Throughout training since age 12, I had a major issue, which was, how do I get the necessary nutrients in without getting nutrients in that I do not need? How do I get sufficient protein in, since I began strength training at around age 12, but also running, but do not increase my fat? So I began meal prepping, at least when studying. I began only buying foods that were already made, like ready-made foods. What if I only buy bread and ham and salami and curd and cottage cheese? These I think have their place, but none of it I think comes close to the efficiency of drinking meals. I discovered this mostly through, I think, YouTube videos about Huel. So what if you could actually drink your food? This now is a Huel shaker, quite Huel Black initially. And out of the 9 shakers I got, at least I think it was 7 to 9, this is the only one that is still waterproof. All of the others are leaking. Nonetheless, I like the form factor. And so I'm at least kind of still sticking to them, even though they are, well, leaking. So I tried Huel Black, but it did not really work for me. Why? Because I think it still had too much fat and too little protein. I always wanted the one thing I could just always drink. And there were many times at which I thought, okay, now I have the final recipe for the meal shake. But this is never true. And the reason is, it's always changing. There are always problems one needs to kind of bypass, needs to include. And so my meal shake compositions are always changing. So after I tried one pre-made meal shake, which was Huel Black, I figured if I could find something which was actually not as expensive as Huel Black, then I could actually maybe drink my food and not make this a $1,000 a month or €1,000 a month experiment. I also found that I need to stay away from anything that is sweetened. So now here is the current solution. This is in my kitchen. I have a few main meal shakes. This is currently my main protein, which is the cheapest blend I could find. That still has a DIOS score, a digestible, indispensable amino acid score of 80 to 90. At least that's what ChatGPT estimates. I also mix this with egg powder, which I also get from the internet. I also have whey isolate, but that's also way more expensive. If I buy it in high kilogram amounts, then I can get the pea as well as the rice for 6 to 9 euros per kilogram. Now, you might see a lot of bags from this company, mostly because I used them in the past. Still might order from them, and I recently also ordered from them, but I found a cheaper supplier, but I'm still using the bags. I'm not only drinking meal shakes, but today before training I worked and then I had to train and I didn't have time to eat, so I drank 2 protein shakes. Now it's after training, and probably my second or my third meal will be today, at least when I still then eat normal food. And maybe then I drink another meal shake or another 4.